Yo, what is up, everybody? It's Gualine, and we're about to kick off an adventure. We're talking England, people. England. This place is insane. We're talking history, architecture, nature, vibes. Welcome to our channel. Today, we're taking you on a journey through 10 incredible places you must visit in England. From historic landmarks to stunning natural beauty, England has it all. So let's dive right in. All right, let's kick things off in London, the Big Smoke. This city is a whirlwind of energy, a fusion of history and modern life that'll leave you breathless. First up, you gotta hit up the Tower of London. This place has seen it all. Kings, queens, prisoners, you name it. It's dark, it's historic, and it's got stories for days. Trust me, you'll feel the weight of history here. Next, you gotta check out Buckingham Palace. It's iconic, it's massive, and it's home to the Queen. Even if you don't catch a glimpse of Her Majesty, the sheer scale of the place is mind-blowing. Plus, the guards in those fuzzy hats? Classic photo op. And no trip to London is complete without hitting up the British Museum. This place is packed with artifacts from around the world. Mummies, ancient sculptures, the Rosetta Stone. You could spend days here and still not see everything. Jump on the tube, explore Shoreditch for some street art, grab some food from a street vendor in Camden Market, catch a show in the West End. This city never sleeps, man. Trust me, you'll leave a piece of your heart in London. All right, time to trade the hustle and bustle of London for something a little more chill. Let's roll into Bath, a city that's like stepping back in time. First things first, you gotta check out the Roman baths. These ancient baths are insanely well preserved. You can practically hear the echoes of Romans chilling here 2,000 years ago. But Bath isn't just about ancient history. This city is known for its Georgian architecture, those elegant, symmetrical buildings that just scream sophistication. Take a stroll down the Royal Crescent, check out Bath Abbey, grab a coffee in a cute little cafe. And while you're in Bath, you gotta try a Bath bun. It's a local delicacy, a sweet, fluffy roll perfect with a cup of tea. Bath is one of those places that just has a different pace. It's slower, more relaxed, and it gives you a chance to breathe and appreciate the beauty around you. Okay guys, buckle up because we're about to get mysterious. We're talking Stonehenge, one of the most famous prehistoric monuments on the planet. Standing there in the middle of Salisbury Plain, surrounded by these massive stones, you can't help but feel a sense of awe. How did these stones get here? What was their purpose? Honestly, no one knows for sure. Was it an ancient astronomical calendar? A place of ritual sacrifice? The mystery is part of what makes Stonehenge so captivating. Walk around the stones, touch them, feel the energy of the place. It's a humbling experience, realizing that these stones have stood for thousands of years, silent witnesses to the passage of time. And don't forget to check out the visitor center. Stonehenge is one of those places that sticks with you long after you've left. Chapter 4. The Lake District Nature's Playground. All right, nature lovers, this one's for you. We're heading to the Lake District, a region in northwest England that's basically one giant postcard come to life. Think rolling hills, sparkling lakes, quaint villages, and more shades of green than you can imagine. It's the kind of place that makes you want to breathe deep, lace up your hiking boots, and get lost in the scenery. Speaking of hiking, the Lake District is a hiker's paradise. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just looking for a scenic stroll, there's a trail here for you. Hike to the top of Scafell Pike, England's highest peak, for breathtaking views, or take a leisurely walk around Derwentwater, the queen of the lakes. After a day of exploring, grab a pint in a cozy pub, warm up by the fire, and soak up the friendly atmosphere. The Lake District is the perfect place to escape the city, reconnect with nature, and recharge your batteries. Chapter 5. York, a journey to medieval times. Get ready to step back in time, people, because we're heading to York, a city that's practically oozing with history. Walking through the cobblestone streets of York, you'll feel like you've been transported back to medieval times. The city is surrounded by its original city walls, which you can actually walk along for stunning views. And speaking of stunning, you gotta see York Minster. This cathedral is an absolute masterpiece of Gothic architecture. The stained glass, the soaring arches, the sheer scale of the place will blow your mind. Wander down the Shambles, a narrow, crooked street lined with shops that dates back to the 14th century. It's said to be the inspiration for Diagon Alley in Harry Potter. And while you're in York, make sure to check out the Jorvik Viking Center. York is a city that's steeped in history, but it's also a vibrant modern city with great food, pubs, and a lively atmosphere. Chapter 6. Cambridge, Punting and Academia. All right, guys, get ready to channel your inner scholar because we're heading to Cambridge, one of the most famous university towns in the world. Cambridge is like stepping into a postcard. Think ivy-covered colleges, picturesque bridges crossing the River Cam, and students on bicycles rushing to class. And speaking of the River Cam, you gotta go punting. It's a Cambridge tradition. Hire a punt, grab some snacks and drinks, and enjoy a leisurely float down the river. Bonus points if you can master the art of punting without falling in. Of course, no trip to Cambridge is complete without visiting some of the colleges. King's College Chapel is a must-see, with its stunning fan-vaulted ceiling. And don't miss Trinity College, where Isaac Newton studied. Cambridge is a city that's both beautiful and inspiring. All right, let's swap those textbooks for some seaside fun. We're heading to Brighton, a city that's bursting with energy, creativity, and a whole lot of quirk. First things first, you gotta hit up Brighton Pier. It's an iconic landmark with its amusement arcades, fairground rides, and that unmistakable smell of salt air and fish and chips. Grab some candy floss, try your luck at the claw machines, and embrace the inner child. But Brighton is more than just a seaside amusement park. This city has a bohemian spirit, a love for all things unique and offbeat. Explore the lanes, a maze of narrow streets packed with vintage shops, independent boutiques, and quirky cafes. You're guaranteed to find some one-of-a-kind treasures. And while you're wandering, make sure to check out the Royal Pavilion. This former royal palace is an architectural marvel, a blend of Indian and Chinese influences that's unlike anything you've ever seen. Brighton is a city that embraces individuality, celebrates creativity, and knows how to have a good time. All right, get ready for some serious charm overload because we're heading to the Cotswolds, a region in southwest England that's like stepping into a fairy tale. Picture this: rolling hills, honey-colored stone cottages, and quaint villages straight out of a storybook. The Cotswolds are the epitome of idyllic English countryside. Rent a car and get lost on the winding country roads, stopping in villages with names like Bourton-on-the-Water, often called the Venice of the Cotswolds because of its picturesque bridges over the River Windrush. Visit Stow-on-the-Wold with its ancient market square and charming shops, or explore Bybury, famous for its Arlington Row, a row of 14th-century weavers' cottages that are one of the most photographed spots in England. The Cotswolds are all about slowing down, enjoying the simple pleasures, and soaking up the peaceful atmosphere. Get ready to feel the weight of knowledge, people, because we're heading to Oxford, another one of England's iconic university towns. Oxford is like a living, breathing history book. The university dates back to the 12th century, and walking through the cobblestone streets, surrounded by those grand, historic colleges, you can practically feel the centuries of knowledge and tradition. Make sure to visit the Bodleian Library, one of the oldest and most famous libraries in the world. Its stunning architecture and vast collection of books will leave you speechless. And don't miss the Radcliffe Camera, one of Oxford's most iconic landmarks. This circular library with its distinctive dome is an architectural masterpiece. But Oxford isn't just about academics. Take a stroll through the Botanic Garden, the oldest botanic garden in Britain, or visit the Ashmolean Museum, England's first public museum, which has a fascinating collection of art and artifacts from around the world. Oxford is a city that seamlessly blends history, learning, and a touch of magic. All right, for our final stop, we're heading south to Cornwall, a region that's practically synonymous with stunning coastlines, rugged cliffs, and charming fishing villages. Cornwall is a surfer's paradise. Head to Fistral Beach in Newquay for some of the best waves in the UK, or if you're a beginner, there are plenty of surf schools where you can learn to ride the waves. But Cornwall is more than just beaches. Visit Land's End, the westernmost point of mainland England, for breathtaking views of the Atlantic Ocean, or explore the Eden Project, a fascinating complex of biodomes that house plants from around the world. For a taste of Cornish history, visit St. Michael's Mount, a tidal island crowned by a medieval castle and church. You can walk across the causeway at low tide or take a boat when the tide is high. And while you're in Cornwall, make sure to try a traditional Cornish pasty, a savory pastry filled with meat and vegetables. Cornwall is a region that's both beautiful and wild, a place where you can escape the everyday, reconnect with nature, and create memories that will last a lifetime. That's a wrap from England, guys. We've explored ancient ruins, wandered through charming villages, felt the energy of bustling cities, and soaked up the beauty of the English countryside. Thanks for joining us on this tour of England's top travel destinations. From the history and culture of London to the rugged beauty of Cornwall, England has something to offer every traveler. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more travel inspiration. See you in the next video.